It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Condors of San Diego taking on the Houston Texans. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th.
Take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Stroud off the play fake. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A man coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Texans had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that lock.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
There on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Richardson looking to throw this. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. He's got room to roam, and he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command. Not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
And they'll run again. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Evan Hall, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Condors take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0.
That's the score. Condors 7, Texans nothing. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Stroud now. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. When you look at this defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
On 1st down, Richardson. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenges. This series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Richardson. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. Incompletions on their first 2 throws has them leveling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And Richardson going to move him around. Here's Richardson off the play fake. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. option light. Here's Stroud. And they'll pitch it to Pierce. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Pierce, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. You look at the defense for these Texans. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 40-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Stroud to throw it. Eluding the pressure right.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Stroud on 3rd down now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Richardson to throw. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll accept that penalty, and that will, of course, move the football up the field.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll hand off to Hull. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
He stiff arms him and running with power here. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. He's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Ready?
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Anthony Richardson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Texans 7.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Stroud now on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
McKenzie now to return it. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Their own 37-yard line.
What is better than this?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Damn, I had that shit turned on by itself. My fault.
Come on.
Option play, a give to hole. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They go play action with Richardson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Jonathan Greener running in to pick up the sack.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They marched to the end zone the last time out.
They need 18 yards here on third down. Now Richardson going to shift things up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter. There's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Taking a shot for down here.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
The Texans on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Stroud looking to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
On the bootleg, Stroud.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Stroud will look to throw once more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker being a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
3rd and long for Richardson.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Taken right around the 44. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And the Texans will take over.
At their own 49-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Hand off right side to Pierce.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
92 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Now Richardson. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end. Richardson. That's complete to Pierce.
It's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he went straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Richardson going to change the play here. A run here with Hull. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on the play.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the San Diego first down.
Come on.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger. He's across midfield, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He got 29 yards that time. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
That one's on Quentin Nelson, the all-pro guard. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown. Evan Hull
with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Condors come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Richardson will throw for it.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right.
He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Stroud. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Stroud off the play fake. Finds his man. It's John Mechie.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Stroud now on 2nd down.
Over the middle, complete. It's back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Hand off left side, Pierce.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Stroud here on 3rd and long.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Downs going in motion right.
Come on, defense.
Mustang 19.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here, or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, check that. Street. Go check.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's 4th down.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
First down 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, Richardson.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Derek Stingley picks it.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
At the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Cut 19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Juju Brents.
And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Richardson. It's caught inside the 25. And they rattle off a big one. 45 yards.
A gain of 45 yards. And the San Diego first down.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. This pass left side to Downs. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Richardson. The quick slant caught.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Again, it's Richardson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd down, here's Richardson. His pass caught at the 4. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and end up making the play.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The Texans on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. And Stroud now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Brings up 4th down.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And now here is another interception. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Taken down at the 30.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, it's hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Boy, 192 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And they'll run with Hall. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Evan Hall scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Condors are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Texans 10. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And just shutting him off there. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute and go to the playmakers. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Going for it with Pierce. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time, as they're on him quickly once more. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a, shall we say, a rather optimistic try here. No, now a jump up front. This might knock him out of field goal range. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
On 2nd down, here's Hull.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
217 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And they run the option on 2nd down. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it.
And the Texans scoop it. And now off to the races down the right side.
He's to the 15.
And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
McKenzie now from his end zone.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
Deep down in that mud, baby, now I'm climbing out. They think it'll be us when they finding out. Now we taking straight losses, like what you crying about? I done put blood, sweat, and tears in, what I'm dying about. So it costs a little this life,